Alright, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse comes out in theaters this weekend, and let's talk about it. This is the sequel to 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and the story picks off a few months, actually I think it's like a year or so after the events of Into the Spider-Verse, and let's just get it out of the way. This movie is amazing. It is fantastic. It's spectacular. It is one of the best Spider-Man movies. There is a lot of heart. There is fantastic animation. Some very creative choices in just storytelling. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. Spectacular, even. So, the story is pretty simple. You know what? Let's not talk too much about the story because it's part one of two, so we don't know exactly how it's gonna go. And if you didn't know it's a part one of two, you, the viewer, were probably not very attentive when they announced this. But they always announced that this was going to be a part one of two, and it is still fantastic. Across the Spider-Verse is Miles' introduction into the grander universe. Into the Spider-Verse taught him that there is a grander universe. Across the Spider-Verse is him actually traveling said grander universe, and it is phenomenal. It's just so much fun. It's so good. It's probably one of my favorite stories that I have seen, and the way it gets really good involves too many spoilers that I don't want to talk about. I really don't think I'm going to talk any spoilers because I want everyone to experience this for the first time, so I'm going to be as vague as possible for 90% of this. But the story, solid hand grenade score from me. It is so good. I can't wait to see how it ends in part two. Because, again, I say, it's a part one of two. But it's like the best part one of two that I have ever seen. Cinematics, like I said, the animation is great. The soundtrack is still fire as always. And the art direction, while some people I know didn't like it, I loved it. Every universe has its own distinct art style, so you can differentiate it from one universe and from the other. And it is fantastic. The amount of intricate detail that goes into making each universe different is so great. Apparently, from what I've heard, they only finished animating this a week before the release. And that's insane. And you can see that they did a lot. And it may be a little too much for some people to handle, but it is so gorgeous. It's phenomenal. It is like the first one broke new ground in animation. This one's gonna break even more. This one shows why you should take time with your animated projects so you can make something like this. This film is next level. And it does everything you want with animation. Like, it doesn't constrain itself to what is real life, and that's what you want in animated features. You want something that would cost too much to CGI in, and it wouldn't look natural if it was CGI'd in, so you do it with drawings, and fantastic drawings at that. And this cinematics is such a hand grenade score that it blew up and caused a chain reaction because of how explosive it is. It's like a nuclear hand grenade. That's how explosive and dynamic this is. It is so good. The directing. I was looking at the directors, and I noticed that one of them, his name looked I noted his name mostly because he was Portuguese, so pretty uncommon name in the grander realm of American animation. And the other day I was rewatching Justice League Unlimited, and I saw that he was one of the showrunners. So then I already was like, once I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, this film's in good hands. Fantastic directing choices. Fantastic. Like, props to all three of them. Like, there's no way this could have been... I don't see too many issues with this film. It has a lot going for it, and I don't really see any major problems with it. Again, the one major problem with it is that it's part 1 of 2. That is always the issue with part 1s of 2, is that they always seem a bit more exposition and no real conclusion. But luckily, unlike Fast X, where we have to wait like who knows how long until we get part 2 of that one, which should be called Furious X, we're getting Beyond the Spider-Verse next year, and that's what makes it worth the wait. I'm so excited for that movie. I was already excited for this one, and now I'm double, triple, quadruple, five-tupledly excited for the next one. Directing is a hand grenade score. The voice cast is also fantastic, amazing, spectacular voice cast. Most of them reprise their roles. It's great to see all of these spider people referenced across all of these Spider-Man movies. It is great. I can't wait. If you have seen this movie, if you want to comment down below on some of your favorite like jokes and gags, please leave a spoiler warning there, because we're not really talking spoilers, but I want to know what everyone thought of this. Voice cast, again, phenomenal. Hand grenade score. Let's talk about my expectations and experience. It was great. Everything, it surpassed my expectations. I didn't know what to expect. I just expected something on par with the previous one, and I got a better story, in my opinion. A better story, funnier. It was better looking. The only thing that the first one has over this one is that the last one tells a full story in its runtime, and this one doesn't. It did feel a little long at the end, but it's because they clearly knew what they had to set up, but it didn't really hamper any experience. I thought it was still great. Like, even the slower parts, even though I don't think in my opinion, there weren't too many slow parts. It wasn't really a slow burn. It was just phenomenal the whole way through. And like I said, I want to see some comments in this one talking about your favorite moments, because this one has so many to talk about. This one should spark conversation, honestly. This film is just fantastic. It's truly a amazing spectacle. I'm definitely going to go see it again this weekend. But that just may be because I have a problem. But yeah, expectations, solid hand grenade score. This is easily my favorite movie of the year so far, and a rewatch will probably confirm it. And this is my favorite animated feature of all time, too, because the previous one was Into the Spider-Verse, and since I liked this one a lot more than Into the Spider-Verse, clearly it's number one, because if you're so much better, in my opinion, than the previous one, honestly, this is a sequel. This is one of the few sequels that live up to and probably even surpasses the original. I've talked enough about this. Go see it yourselves. Go see it once, twice, because the whole time I was luckily watching it with someone, and he was catching some Easter eggs that I was missing, and we always shared, like, we did quick, like, oh my god, look at that. It's an Easter. Look at that Easter egg. Like, they hide so much cool shit in this movie. Like, legitimately, like I said, comment down below your favorite Easter egg. Spoiler tag it, obviously. Like, spoiler tag it and go down a few spaces so they have to hit read more to see your spoiler. Because I don't want this experience ruined for anyone. But yeah, go see it. This is a certified hand grenade movie. This is the most certified a hand grenade movie can get. This is explosive. This is dynamic. This is epic on every scale. Other than that, leave a like, comment down below. Like I said, subscribe if you've enjoyed, and I'll leave you guys to it.